Welcome back. This is day 26. Just adjust this a little bit. So, I've just come from a hike in the mountains with Mindful Connections people, and it was a beautiful experience. I thought there was going to be some sort of lookout or some sort of place where I could maybe film a video and just talk to the camera, right? But or at least or just film parts through, because I filmed this morning, right, my normal daily stuff, but I was hoping to film more of the hike, but I actually ended up spending some amazing time with some great people, some amazing connections, met some new people, and so I just sort of soaked in the nature and just enjoyed the experience rather than trying to film it. So this is why I'm talking to you lovely people on my drive home. Got an hour drive. I'm most likely not going to talk that long, but see how it goes. So today has been another eye-opening day, honestly. Like, ever since I've just been having that abundant mindset and really allowing myself to heal. I can't even tell you how much better I feel, not only in myself, but the energy that I'm providing, right? I was talking to Michelle, the lady who runs Mindful Connections, just telling her about my week and sort of what I've been doing, and I was telling her about really allowing myself to heal and telling myself that I'm worthy of healing and the energy I'm putting into it, and I could just feel my body like tingling, and she said she could feel it as well, and it's crazy that just what can really come over you and the power behind it. So yeah, felt amazing this morning. I mean, sort of changed up the morning routine, so it's heavily focused on breathwork, prayer and meditation now. And even when I'm doing that, I can feel it now. Like when I spoke to the guy who was telling me I need to be present in the moment and really feel it, I wasn't really feeling it, but now I can feel it, right? And it's with intention of healing and with intention of allowing myself to get the benefits from it. And only now have I really started to see the benefits from it as I'm allowing myself to do that. And it's honestly beautiful, like such a positive change in my life. And I can't even explain the changes. Like, even the mindset switch of, as soon as I start to feel like I'm in pain, go into a state of gratitude and don't think about the pain. Don't give it more energy than what it's already trying to take, because that's how it spirals. The negativity, that's how it gets you. That's how it compounds, right? Compounding will never go away, and so you can either let it take over your life and let the negativity compound, or you can use the power of positive compounding and control it yourself and allow it to benefit you. So that's what we've really been focusing on this week, and I can't believe it's almost at the end of another week. It's Saturday today. It's really been a beautiful experience. I've never really done anything like that, where I would go specifically to a place to meet, to specifically network with people, right? Or like to meet new people in that sort of way. And it's amazing. There's a group of 12 of us, and I had some great conversations with everyone, and some of them are pretty local to me, so I'll be meeting up with them again. And it's just, overall, it was just beautiful, like up in the mountains and just spending time in nature, right? I feel at home in nature, I always have. And I've never really given it the time that it deserves from me, right? Like landscapes, rocks, trees. I just love all aspects of it, and you really feel like the presence of it all when you're immersed in nature. And it's so easy to just not give it the time and be stuck in the concrete jungle, and you wonder why you have all these negative thoughts and you feel like your mind is trapped, because all you see is grey and concrete, brick, nothing natural and nothing. Like, even I was speaking to one of the girls there, I was telling her about in England, like especially in London, you have like one patch of grass and that's the greenery for London. There's no room for natural diversity or anything beautiful to come from it. It's just the city life. So getting out of the city and really enjoying nature is absolutely beautiful. I mean, like right here, I don't want to move the camera because I've got it set up, but it's just the beautiful scenes. I've always loved it. Like climbing over rocks, and it really gives me such a good feeling being immersed in nature. So it's just made me realise I need to take the time out. I mean, this is like an hour drive each way, so it's not exactly too practical, but I definitely need to give the time of day to be spending more time out in nature. I mean, I go for a lot of walks. I walk every day and I enjoy it, but it's just on grass. There's no immersion into the natural world, which is what it needs to be and what I really benefit from. So I'm gonna make more of an effort to do that. It's gonna be very beneficial. So yeah, that's my big takeaway from today, is I need to dedicate the time, right? So even over the past week, I've been dedicating the time to breathwork and meditation, and really myself, my inner self, my soul. I've been giving that the time of day that it deserves, it needs. But I need to make the conscious effort to dedicate time to really get out in nature. Get some fresh air. I mean, I get fresh air anyway, but there's a difference between walking on grass and being surrounded by trees. And it's so subtle sometimes, and you don't even realize it, but it's just going back and being a part of what we've always been a part of. And there's something beautiful in that. And I love a good view. You can't beat a good view. There's something special about just looking out and seeing the landscape. And you can't recreate it. There's nothing like the euphoria you get from actually looking at a view, right? Now, mentioning euphoria, that's funny because I was just thinking about that when I was just having a last little look at the landscape, the view before I left for the drive, right? I was thinking about the immense happiness that I got during the meditation, and that I got during my breathwork today, actually, before I came out. And I was just thinking, like, man, this is exactly like the first time I ever done MDMA. When I done a pill at my first ever pill at my first ever festival. The euphoria was immense. That's the only way I can describe it, right? It's absolutely immense. Like, there's nothing like it until that meditation state was exactly like it, and that just got me thinking, like, wow, the power in it is crazy. It really is something beautiful and crazy. and there's nothing. That's the only thing I can think of that was actually like it. And yeah, it's amazing. It took me back, and then it just sort of creates that paradox, really, where a lot of people think you need these substances, like even alcohol or weed. Or there was a really cool rock up there. I wish I could have taken a picture, but it's like someone's painted a piano on a rock. It looks really cool. I saw it on the way up, but I forgot to stop, and yeah, I can't really stop now because there's all cars behind me and stuff, but whatever. Yeah, people think you need all these substances and all these external things to get that, but I mean, I experienced it without that, and it's powerful stuff. Like, you hear people talk about things, even about spirituality and religion, right? You hear people talk about their experiences with it, and you never actually know, or you can never appreciate it until you've experienced it yourself, right? And that's the first time I've ever experienced something like that, and it was amazing. It was like just something came over me, and it's beautiful. It's making me happy even thinking about it now, just knowing that I'm on the right path. So that's yeah, that's the focus for now. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to even to understand and appreciate that I'm actually on the path to fix myself. You know, I was speaking to one of the guys on the walk today, and he was I was telling him that I'm coming out the other side of chronic pain, and I'm really fixing myself. And he's like, "How do you do that?" And it's crazy to say, but just thinking, like, just saying that you're not in chronic pain, like saying that you are healing and you are doing better and you are overcoming it, is the whole thing of it, right? It's in your mind. It's, you paint the picture that you're in chronic pain, and you tell yourself this story and all these things, and that's what amplifies it all, and that's what defines you. And so you can't actually heal unless you tell yourself that you can heal. And that blows my mind. That yeah, it's so eye-opening, amazing. It's crazy stuff. So yeah, I've never experienced anything like that until now, and yeah, it's amazing stuff to go through, to feel. And I know that I'm on the right track. So today, what have I done? Woke up at 2 AM. I woke up, right? And I woke up and I was like, oh shit, it's pretty dark. It must be like 4:30 or 5 or something. And I didn't actually feel awful, right? So I was like, oh shit, it's a bit early, like, I guess I'll get on with the day. And then I looked at the time and it was like 2:30. I was like, fuck, I want to go back to sleep. And then I woke up at 7:30. Or maybe I woke up for my alarm and just went straight back to sleep. And it just makes me wonder, like, maybe I should have just stayed up at 2:30. And then, I don't know. But yeah, that was weird. So anyway, I got up at 7:30. Electrolytes and water, and then some dynamic stretching, and then prayer and grounding, and then when I had some breakfast, some fried veg this morning, cooking in my new ghee butter with turmeric, ginger and black pepper. It's super ghee, I think it's called, super ghee, I guess. And yeah, it actually tastes pretty good, so not bad. And that with some salt and a little bit of butter. Then I went for a walk. I did some work, filmed a video for my channel, the loneliness of pain, sort of going deep into something that I think is really overlooked, and that is such a big issue for people that suffer with chronic pain. And no one talks about it. Not even people with chronic pain. I don't even think they realise how big and core of a problem it is, an issue, right? And I just find it really interesting. I don't like. It's not like I don't like it, but I try not to go back into the past and relive life as someone who suffers with chronic pain, because I'm trying to really detach from that label and that belief system, and really go into a state of abundance. But I think it's important, right? No one brings it up. I'm not sure if people they don't like talking about it, or they just don't realize, right? And now this is something that people with chronic pain who don't have chronic pain will have absolutely no idea about, right? There's loneliness, and then there's a difference between loneliness because you're an idiot, or you're you're not, it sounds mean, right? But if you're not a person of value, people aren't going to want to spend time with you just for the sake of it, right? So many people just don't have anything of benefit about themselves, right? And then wonder why they don't have friends or something. I don't know. But there's a difference between loneliness in that sense and loneliness in terms of you really feel like there's no one who understands what you're going through, no one who wants to help you, no one who wants to help you find what is actually going on in your body. And it gets lonely. I would sometimes explain my symptoms to people, and they'd be like, what? And no one understands it, no one gets it, right? And I don't expect people to get it, because it's crazy. I mean, the list of symptoms that I had was just laughable, honestly. The page just goes on. I mean, I did it in episode 25 or 23 maybe, and yeah, now I know other people suffer with stuff like that as well, right? And it gets to the point where you really feel like no one is on your side. No one is able to help you, and it really builds such a gap, even between your friendship groups and the people you know, because you can't keep up with normal life, right? Everything is a struggle. Even the simplest tasks like getting out of bed is a struggle. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. I think it's really an interesting topic, and I think that's something that I suffered with a lot, being really introverted and not getting out there and putting myself in uncomfortable positions and connecting with people and stuff like that, and it just compounds. It compounds, the negative compounds, and really just creates such a bad space that you live in. So yeah, I made a video about that, and then got on with some work for my business, and then did a bit of stretching, and then made the most beautiful lunch. Damn, it was so good. Had spinach, salad mixed with lettuce, beetroot, rocket, cucumber and carrot, with some lemon squeezed on it, some sea salt, some feta, some gourmet smoked aioli, and then some bacon and egg, or scrambled egg and chopped up bacon mixed in. Oh man, that shit was good. That was so good. Really enjoyed that. I'm going to be making that a lot more. That was the first time I ever had feta today. Been watching Eddie Abu's videos on Instagram about real food, and really interesting, and he seems to have feta every day, so I thought I'd give it a go. So good. It's wow, feta in a salad is absolutely beautiful. You know, the biggest blessing that I see from moving to Australia is my palate has just exploded. It's blossomed into something beautiful, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm not sure how going back to England the food quality is going to match up, right? But I'm gonna have to make good friends with the fruit shop owner, the local fruit shop owner, and yeah, honestly, like, it just blows my mind, right? Looking back, just the shit that I ate and the absolute constriction of my diet was inhuman. I don't understand how I'm even still walking. Like, there's no, I can't even question why I was in such a bad place, right? Because I didn't help myself at all, and I would just wonder, like, I could cry at any point, right? There would be days when I turn up to work and my boss would ask how I was, I'd be like, yeah, not too bad, or yeah, I actually feel pretty shit today, or I just get on with it, right? Like, there's no, I felt like there wasn't anything I could do about it because of the loneliness, because all the doctors never helped me find the root problems, or the I spoke to so many people and they were all just useless to me, and it just made it worse. And so it was just this perpetual spiral of negativity, and looking back on it, it's crazy to even crazy how I thought anything would change living like that. It's man, it's a humorous thing. So, beautiful lunch, and then put some washing on. Left that out in the sun, and then I did some breath work. Some Wim Hof. Felt amazing. I was struggling to actually get the 1.5-minute breath holds when he tells you, and I got it today for both of them. I think I may have breathed in a little bit when on the first one, but the second one I bossed it. Got the 1.5-minute breath hold. So that was cool. Yeah, then breath work, and then just got ready for coming out. Like I said, it was an hour drive, got here at 2 on the dot, and then yeah, really beautiful connection with nature and with the people. I mean, it's yeah, amazing. Been a great day. I'm glad I was able to come. I didn't know if I'd have access to the car, and I've got a lot going on with my business, so I'm very fortunate that I had access to the car, and that my partner Massimo was able to hold down the fort and get shit done. So very grateful. I was sort of umming and ahhing as to whether I should come, and yeah, I'm so grateful that I did, and I was able to experience this. I'm learning more and more every day. It's a beautiful journey that I'm on, and I can really feel the change. I'm very grateful for the life that I live. I was going to film a new intro to the vlogs, but there wasn't really a good space to do it. So maybe try and do that tomorrow or some other time. I did want a cool background, but it's not every day that I'm out in the forest, and I want it to be as real as possible, because being real with myself is what's changed me. So I should be real with my videos. I guess that's what's most important, right? Is the realness. It's going to be strange going back to England. Because I'm going to have to fight getting stuck back in my old ways, being back in the same environment. And I know I'm going to be strong, but I know it's going to be a challenge, and I'm going to have all those stimuli and triggers, you know, from the negative life that I used to live. It's going to take a lot of willpower, but I'm excited for the challenge. And I don't think I'm going to stay there for too long. I mean, I can't see I'm ready to go home and see my family, but there's more of the world for me to see. I'm very fortunate I've seen a lot of the world, but there's more for me to see, more for me to do. And having this time to really go on a personal journey and fix myself is my greatest adventure. And the fact that I'm filming it now and able to look back at the turning points, right, the actually me figuring it out and being able to share this with everyone else, right, and what it actually takes to change your mindset and really getting to the position where you're able to start healing and overcome the chronic pain. Now, I've never injured myself. I've never had a bad accident or anything like that, so my chronic pain comes from internal. It wasn't like a one moment where it started hurting and then it just grew from that. No, it's like, or it's just sort of stagnated from that, or been from there. It's just sort of compiled and grown over time. And this is how I'm overcoming it. So I hope that there's one person at least out there who ever watches these videos and will see that it's possible. We'll see that I've done it, that I'm doing it, and that they can do it as well. No, I don't know what it's like if you've injured yourself, you've broken your arm or you've broken your leg, and it hurts from that, right? I guess you would need rehabilitation for that. I can't speak of that because rehabilitation has not worked for me at any point. It's just made me worse. But this is how you do it. So, have I been out of focus this entire time? Camera's about to cut off for half an hour. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I've got plenty more stories, much more to talk about, so maybe we'll do this again one day. But for now, God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow for the same again. Alright,